Hey, what's up guys? Another quick video, well, at least quicker than the other pump video. This is actually the same day as the pump video, but later on in the day, after playing pump for a few games, I decided to switch to an electro and give the shocker another try. Last time I brought it out to the field, it was just puffing, and after some more teching and tweaking, I was able to play with it for the rest of the day, and it went really well. I had a blast with it, and as you can see, it worked really well and shot really well. So here we are at the rec speedball field at Long Live. We started out this field just regular speedball, so no two whistles, basically just one whistle and running for your bunker. And I happened to be caught at home. I actually wanted to run to the left, but I was unable to do it, so I got stuck at home and eventually just got hit on my left leg for this particular game. Now, as far as the shocker is concerned, everything went really well. I'm really impressed with it. It was very consistent, considering I just lubed it up and gave it a whole new O-ring overhaul. One thing I did experience, however, was the first shot drop off.
Yeah, we weren't even
basically every time I let it sit for maybe 3, 5, 6 minutes between games, the first shot would just be a puff, but after a couple more shots, it would shoot as it should. I think I just need to up the ABS setting on the board, and I should be fine.
Like, all right, I'm out. Sorry.
Where are you going this time?
I'm gonna go to the. Are you going left?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try.
Now, when I was first using the shocker earlier that day, it was actually set to ramp.
No, I'll take it.
When I left home, I believe it was set to about 12.5 BPS. But eventually, as I played a little bit more, or a few more games, and more people came, I changed it to semi. Now, with the stock trigger, it was decent. It was okay. I removed the spring for a lighter pull, so it was basically just the micro switch that would let the trigger bounce back. I would like a little bit more, so I'm thinking about either switching the trigger or installing a magnet mod for the trigger so that it will be a little bit bouncier and a little bit easier for semi-play. So here we are, game 2 of the same field, same rules as the first, basically run and gun after the first whistle, and hopefully you can make it to the bunker. And for this particular game, I decided to stay home and share the bunker with my teammate, who was a pretty chill and easy guy to talk to. At the staging area, I get to talking with him. It turns out that he had started paintball back in the early 90s when he was a teenager. So it was very interesting in hearing his story about the guns that he's had. Mini mags, the Bob Longs, autocockers that he had, but unfortunately sold when he stopped. He actually, this is actually his second time playing after about an 8 to 10 year break. So it was definitely good to see him back in the sport, and it was definitely fun playing with the guy. So right about here, I make it to the right side, and I see a couple of guys, or a couple of opponents on my right, and I'm trying to use this bunker to get an angle on the guy at Snake. And after I see that it's clear, I bump up to the next bunker and see if I can get a better angle on my opponent to the left. Here I'm trying to get another guy, one more guy to the right side of the field, as well as another guy towards the middle of the field. Now that the right side is clear, I'm a little bit more free in trying to get the guy in the middle. And after he's out, I think the game is over, but as these two guys come up, Bugs tells me that the game is still live. There's actually one more guy all the way on the other side of the field. So I take a step back to my bunker, compose myself, and try and figure out a way to get there safely. So as I'm trying to advance, I eventually see him by snake corner, and I take this bunker, and I try to surprise him by jumping up and try to pop 1 or 2 paintballs at him before peeking out to the right. And fortunately for me, I actually got him as I jumped up to try and surprise him.
Good game.
Good shot, man.
Thanks. Sorry about the second. I just jumped up, so I
dude,
thought I
it's
didn't
cool.
know.
I didn't realize you were there until you hopped over.
I
I was gonna bunker the guy in the back. I thought he was
really?
left.
I thought game was over until somebody said it's still going.
First whistle goes.
So here we are, same field, but a change in the rules. Now we're actually playing with 2 whistles. First whistle, everybody gets to run to their bunker and not fire. And after the second whistle, then you can start shooting your marker. Basically, because this is a narrow field, it basically evens things up. So if you're not as fast as other people, you can have an easier time making it to your bunker instead of being shot out right off the break. I think this is a great idea. It gives everybody a fair shot at actually making it to a bunker and not worrying about trying to make it there initially anyway. But then after that, you can concentrate on shooting your opponents wherever they might be. But because this is still a new rule, you still see some confusion, as you might see some people shooting right off the first whistle, which is understandable. But you know, over time, people will get used to the rule and there will be less confusion. Now, going back to the shocker, another thing that I have to get used to is the efficiency. I was using a 50-45 that day, and I found that at the beginning of the game, with about 4,000 psi in the tank, after a hopper and about 3 pods, I'm just under 1,000. And shockers are not really known for their efficiency, so it will depend on whether I decide to keep it or sell it at some time. But if I do decide to keep it for a little bit, I might entertain a different bolt for efficiency. I've been hearing a lot of good reviews on the Eigenbolt from Lurker Paintball that would increase the efficiency and allow me to lower the dwell. So here I am preoccupied with my opponent on the left-hand side, and I happen to see somebody, one of the opponents, working his way down Snake, and he eventually works his way through Snake and advances, and I basically get pinched as he advances, and as I try to retreat, I get hit in the back by the person who was on the left side of the field. Now, for this field in particular, it doesn't really bother me because the field station is really close to the fields, but if I do decide to use it at a bigger paintball location like Skirmish USA out in Pennsylvania, where it takes about 5 minutes just to walk to the field station for many of the fields, it's definitely something I wouldn't look forward to doing. Now, this game was a little interesting. First, we start off with a false start.
False start.
Which was good for a laugh in the beginning of the game.
Got that on camera.
Don't put that.
But essentially, I get caught with my hand in the cookie jar, as you'll see in a few moments. So right now I'm trying to catch the guy who is in front of me. And as I looked towards the right side of the field, I lost him, and I didn't know what bunker he was at. It wasn't until he somehow moved his bunker that kind of confirmed where he was, and I was able to catch him in his arm as he peeked out. So as
home, back right
is gone, which leaves the left side of the field open. Right now I'm thinking there's only, well, I shoot that guy. I think there's only one guy left all the way in the back right. So as I'm advancing, I suddenly see a person pop out from home right about there, and I just managed to jump into this bunker for some protection. So as I shoot him, the guy who I was trying to hunt down actually shoots me in the chest. So that's what I get for trying to advance without really making sure how many people are left on the field. Well, that about does it for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any advice for me regarding the shocker, please feel free to leave comments. Share your experiences with them. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for watching.